I'd make a living off of YouTube vids, but you don't watch them as if they were hits. Must be something I said or did give us mental block. Well, I'm back. I was working on the base. I've added a couple of areas, and I'm still working on this one area. I also went to spawn, and I've changed something. I'm going to look at that in a little bit. So anyway, there's that. I didn't finish that corridor. Well, that's not that big of a deal. Okay, so anyway, we're going to... What the... That is a very large... It's a... What is that, a big boo? It cost for a very long time because of one of these guys. It's a ghast. Wool ghast of all things. Very funny. Very funny, you guys. Yes, well, I don't know what to say there. That's, there's only one thing you could really do with one of these things, because I don't have time to... You gotta burn it down. Oh, wait, that might mess up the glass. Yeah. Didn't they have to, break some... No, I'm not gonna burn it. But... Oh, thanks. What do we gotta do, parkour now? I'm all the way down here. You know, if you wanted to fight me... Oh, he's standing on the pressure plate. He broke my glass, didn't he? Frickin' broke my... There you are. Down there where you belong. Oh, he's gonna make another go of it. That gives me a little time. What's that over there? Oh, that's the glowstone. This shows you the glowstone looks white. Yeah, alright, well, we're gonna have to get scissors. I mean, shears. Shears. Why can't I move properly? There we go. This is the wrong one. Well, it doesn't matter. We got a ladder, okay? Gotta go up one more level. I don't remember where I put the shears. I think... Oh! Leave the door open, why don't you? So monsters can get in. We got anything I gotta move? I got one glowstone in my inventory. Just one! Oh, and somebody's busted up an entire row, and... Who did that? And they replanted. Well, maybe somebody needed the food. I don't know. Well, if you need food, that's great. Cheers! Thank you! Beds stored at the arena. Oh! Alright, well, I'm gonna have to remove the... Oh, great. Oh, it's that thing all over again. It's that thing all over again. You better go up there to start. It's that thing all over again. It's the Cube 3! It's up. It goes up there now. I think I have to remove this. Yeah, the Cube 3 where we had to remove all that stuff and... Okay, now this is just stupid. What have they done with my glass? Look at that. There should be a pathway there. I'm just upset at them. It's not their fault. Yes, I did cuss for a long time in that episode, way back in Season 3. It really shouldn't matter because it's Season 3, you know, so who cares? But, yeah, I did cuss for a long time, and I'm not very happy about it. I mean, I make a huge effort as an adult to not cuss when in public, because there might be kids nearby or somebody who gets offended or, you know, something like that. And as such, I am one of those kind of people who's very grateful to be able to avoid it when he can. But there are other people who are not as considerate, who cuss in public all the time, and some of them are older than me. Oh, but I'm not going to give my age. How many what? I've been asked all these damned questions all day. I don't want to be asked these questions anymore. Stop asking me questions. Or stop asking any questions. I mean, all of this is keeping me from being able to tell you about what I'm building and how I'm building it. That's if I can even tell you right now. Anyway, I'm very glad that this wasn't the bigger thing, and I don't want to... I'll be honest with you, I do not want this kind of prank. I mean, it's destructive, but you know, it could be worse. I mean, yeah, we have to do a lot of cleaning up of stuff. I'm grateful for the wool. I don't have the sheep thing working out yet, for those who are wondering. Uh-oh. I better just... bloop. Tons of... If the joke had not already been made, I would say it was sheer madness. For those who are wondering, that's the name of a play or musical or something. I don't know what it is. I haven't seen. They're all saying up. How many beds and chests can I put in? Quite a few. I think I'll be right back. I have to answer some questions now. Okay, well, I'm going to just show you some of... Oh. He forgot to eat. Okay, after that prank, I had to replace the glass. I haven't replaced all the glass yet, so that I've still got some left to go. That's awful. But you have to expect that. Okay, here, grand dining hall. It's going to be a grand dining hall. As you can see, it's not very grand yet, and it's not much of a hall. Forget that one. Hall of maps. I gotta be careful. I think there was some spawned in here. Maps are still what they were. No change made here. So why did I look at it? Oh, I don't know. I'm just one of those. Let's see. I'm at 25, so I should go up to 50, 30, 35, 40. Oh, what's all this? Oh, that's going to be the crafting. To have the crafting below the farm is going to be new and interesting. Okay, here we go. That's going to be the tree farm. I haven't... This is the bottom of the tree farm. Oh, I should mind that. There we go. Okay, regular farm. Don't know what I'm going to farm in the regular farm because I've got everything else put elsewhere. Crops over here. I finished all that, so if I ever need food, I've got more food. Or if I ever need wheat. Some of it hasn't gone. I don't know what the deal is there. There's something else going on here. But I put extra torches up so that it wouldn't be a problem. I'm going to have carrots in one, potatoes in the other, I think. I might do something else, but I think it's going to be carrots and potatoes. I've got other plans, never mind that. What else? On the other side, here we have the animal farm. Now, I only put 2 cows here, but somebody bred the cow. Thank you a lot. In fact, I'm not really relying on the other people to do this, so you know, if you do it, that's nice. But I'd rather you not do it, actually, because I've got to finish messing with the glowstone so I could get rid of all these stupid-looking torches. No sheep. Haven't moved the sheep yet. When is it going to move the sheep? I don't know. Also, I should get that iron, which I'll do later. I should also standardize the ceiling, but the ceiling's fine as it is, as long as nothing is... Why are those half slabs? Oh, well, I'm going to fix all that anyway. Beyond that, if I want to put pigs and chickens and any other kind of animal I want to have an animal farm, that the animals go in the animal farm. And they will revolt against me given enough of a time. Now, I showed you the tree farm, but it's actually up there. This is where I made my stupid mistake, so we're going to go up here. This is going to be a balcony, but at the moment it's the top of the tree farm. It's the part I've gotten to anyway. I've dug out all of this. More will be dug out all the way down to where you saw where I had dug. Another 20 down. Some of the pathways aren't very good. I've made some of these temporary pathways so I can walk up here. But yeah, there's caves and stuff, and I was caving, and I was caving down there and I got killed. It was a minor death. I'm still not very good with this. You know, creeper shows up, kaboom, that's it. I was surprised that so much of this was above ground. It's like, this is supposed to be an underground tree farm, but here it is above ground. Well, and look, there's all these trees. Do I really need a tree farm if I've got all these trees out there? Well, you know what? Those are my trees, yes, because nobody else is claiming that property. But it's just there. I even burned down a couple of trees because they were in the way. It's really funny. Has to burn down the trees before you can... Anyway, so I'll just do a little work on this. Not much work, you know, just like that. Here's something that's Here's something that's annoying. You see it? Nope, not there. What is not there? Well... Nope. 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 There it is. So we have to be a certain number of blocks, and so more than half of the tree farm will not be, I won't have the haste to it, and I won't be able to dig it as fast as I want to. Aww. There's also this hole in the ceiling that I gotta do something about. I have to get some more material so I can do that. Okay. And that's all I really had to show, pretty much. Oh, there was one more thing. When I was digging out, what was I digging out? I think it's when I was digging out some of the crops. Oh, there's the horses still there. When I was digging out some of the crops, I'll find it. It's not there. It's this way. When I was digging out some of the crops, there was something terrible happened. I had to destroy my old path, my old ladder up. So I had to build this new path over here to the path that goes to the desert. So that was that. You know, that path didn't take too long to make. Goes on there. Tree not formed or something. I'm also considering these doorways, maybe closing them off with actual doors or something. I don't know. See, this is the problem. You leave here, and then you go down here, and then it's all glass. That's not good, is it? And there's a chicken in there. Why is there a chicken in there? I don't know. I also finally got rid of the lava that we had over there. Oh, and there's that cave. That cave is still there. I had to block that off. There's a lot of blocking off that's going to have to be done of a lot of areas here. Anyway, it's all been done, and it's all being worked on, and there will be more. Oh, hey, AJD's on. Maybe today will be the day when AJD moves his stuff. One can hope. Oh, and here's another problem. Light level too low here. I want to put something here, but I'd like to have some glowstone to use them for the eyes. Haven't done that yet. So, but meanwhile, until we do that, we'll do this. Having to pay someone a dime if they blow something of yours up still valid. That's strange, but I don't remember. I don't know where that came from. It's not my rule. Train stations, ugh. I can't type today. Well, now I gotta wait for him. Otherwise I have to type it all over again. Come back! Come back, AJD! I have to talk to you! What, he just leaves? Unless he's had a crash, or that his internet connection has been busted. Unless something like that has happened, this is what is called discourteous. He didn't say, I'm going to leave now. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. And I can't even press F3 while I've got this text up. Alright, you know what? I'm going to Control-C this thing. Be that way. No, I won't say that. Well, this was my purpose, was to tell you about the changes made to this place. And I still have to repair stuff and do stuff, and so... And there's the tree farm at the bottom, and I stopped digging it out because, quite obviously, I've got to dig it out at the top. Obviously. But that means the tree farm is going to take its time, and I can work on the grand dining hall for digging other stuff out, but I got to do that later. Oh, and there's one more thing we're working on. At spawn, we are working on something for people to spawn in. So right now our spawn point is... Oh, well, I spawned on top of a tree, and that was not good. So I said, no, we're going to move the spawn point, and I'm working on that. But I'm not working on that right this minute. Well, I can now, so I'm going to go there. And so we'll be right back after we get there. There we go. Who blew up a train station? Either fix or pay 1 diamond. And now I have to remember that it belongs to AJD. If somebody gives me the diamond, for example, I have to give it to him. Probably won't remember that, though. I didn't have room to put AJD's name on there. It's only 3 letters! There's one beacon. Oh, I didn't show you that. Okay, I was telling you about the Alright, this is complicated. Miner Man has been duplicating items, and some people have been telling him not to, most notably Fudge. Fudge has been against it, and a couple other people have been against it. So he's not doing duplication of items through what is not really cheating, but it's an exploit involving logging off and on, and I don't really know how it works, and otherwise I'd be doing it, quite frankly. But the result was he had a bunch of extra beacons, and so we ended up with 2 of them in the beacon fund. So I took them and I put them underneath the meeting hall. Well, there's only one there now. Here's the main one. I know that it would be more efficient to put them separate, to put them next to each other and use fewer blocks, but that's not the point. The point is, excuse me, I'm really messed up here. Coughing, snorting. Oh yeah, I'm a little bit sick, I guess. You know, I really don't feel sick, so I don't know. Anyway, okay. Now, yeah, so I decided, yeah, but I had this idea, we'll have gold for one, silver for the other, or not silver, iron. So that would look pretty cool. It kind of does, but it'll take longer to fill it up. I know we could just have them next to each other, but there's nowhere to put them next to each other. I don't want them clogging up the place, so I'll have one on either side of the entrance, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, this one is functional and is for the gold, obviously. I really am messed up in the head. And we got a little progress of that. Now on the other side, the iron, obviously, but Fudge... No, it wasn't Fudge. It was, I have forgotten who borrowed it. Somebody borrowed it. I hope he will return it. I'm pretty sure it's a he who borrowed it. The problem was, whoever it was then went and borrowed some of my iron blocks, which upset me. I mean, come on, they're my iron blocks. Don't do that. Get your own iron blocks. You can't borrow my iron blocks. Or gold blocks. You can't borrow them. No. Not yours. So anyway, they returned some of them, I guess. I guess it's all of them. But they put them in a funny place, so I had to get them out. And then I realized I put a lot of these in the wrong place anyway. None of that matters at the moment. Oh, not going up. None of that matters at the moment. We're getting there. This one's done. We got speed going on. But the haste one, he wanted speed up. And I'm like, okay, but I want the other one to be haste. Well, who cares? But we are going to have 2 of them operational sooner or later. The only problem is we can't have them both operational now fully. And we can't have them next to each other because that would be really nice, but then it just messes it up. I like the idea of 2 separate ones. We have to earn use of these beacons. I'm going to try and get that beacon back, by the way. I was going to tell HAD, move your stuff. He was just on. He's not on. Okay, enough of that. It's daytime. It's time to go. It's time to get killed. No, I fight. I fight you instead. I win. I got... Ooh. In fact, that's what I was going to do. I showed the beacons. I don't care about the whole... Is item duplication cheaty? Should it not be done? There's people who say it should not be done. There's people who say it should be done. Because we have limited resources and stuff like that. And yeah, I believe all that. Any more stuff here I could take with? Any weapons, for example? No, I didn't see any. Not that important. Doesn't Pickaxe Pete look like Notch? A little bit? Okay, the head is a bit wrong, and the beard is a bit wrong, and he's bigger looking, but you know what? He makes me think of Notch when I see him. Whether Notch would approve of this, I have no idea. Probably not. I don't want to be associated with a video game I had nothing to do with. Most people don't know about Pickaxe Pete. It's an interesting game. If you ever get an Odyssey 2 emulator, you should check it out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Somebody touched that. On the other hand, the horses are all over there. And mule. Okay, here's the place. Here's the place. My idea was you were going to have a glass-enclosed dirt area in which things could spawn and would be trapped in there. But what happened was a creeper blew up on this end. I'll show you. A creeper blew up, taking most of that dirt with it. So I gotta replace all that dirt with I'm gonna put cobble. I haven't worked out exactly what we're gonna do, but it's gonna probably involve cobble. So basically the idea is that when you spawn here, then you'll see this. I'm probably going to put some enclosed bits, but until then. This is fine. You spawn in the area, and then you can just walk over here. Free weapons, armor, food. There you go. In fact, that's what I'm going to do now. Just throw it in there. Bloop, 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 bloop. Doesn't matter the order it's in or any of that. No extra armor or food now. I'm not putting rotten flesh in there. Oh, I got extra food now. Now see, somebody put rotten flesh in there. I don't want rotten flesh in there. That's no good. People should not eat rotten flesh. That's all there is to it. It's a step away from cannibalism. The justification is that they're not human anymore. They're zombies. I'm like, they were once human. Being a somewhat corrupted, decrepit humanoid that is no longer human is not quite as good as being human. And so, I know, but a similar argument can be made about animals are being less than human because they don't think and they can't do things. And I'm not going to take this argument anywhere, really. But I have to get a lot of cobble. I wish there was a chest here that said free cobble. Remember that? Yeah, but I cleaned it out because I needed the cobble for something. Or maybe somebody else cleared out the cobble. I don't know. It's gone now. And I'm really stacking up the rotten flesh. Well, if you can't use rotten flesh for that, what are you going to use rotten flesh for? Nothing. Toss it. Get rid of it. There's some cobble. But I really need half slabs of cobble. Well, I need some half slabs of cobble and some stairs. It's probably going to just be cobble stairs, really. So that's what we'll do now. There we go. 28, though, might not be enough. I can pretty much guarantee it's not going to be enough. Alright, 48 should be closer to how many we need. What else do we got? We got more somewhere. Ah, there's some more cobble. And there's some more cobble stairs, which had I known that, I wouldn't have done anything. And let's take some slabs just in case. We're gonna get rid of the dirt. Dirt, 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 dirt. Derp, derp. Alright, here we go. I could make this a building... make this a bit of a buildy episode, but I wish I could do talky and buildy at the same time. I'd probably be as popular as the Minecrackers, but that would require me to actually be on the Minecraft server. I'd like to be on the Minecraft server. I'm not getting very many FPS right now. What is it, 3? 4 FPS! That's terrible! Why is it only 4 FPS? Okay, this side doesn't need it, as you can see. It's this side where we start having problems. That's where they blew everything up. So yeah, we're gonna have to start putting we're gonna have to switch out the cobble. And there we go. The first of many steps. Now somebody's gonna say, why don't you try to make this work? Somebody's going to say, why don't you try to make this work with everything? And I don't care about that. Actually, designs may be changed. This is something that isn't obvious to people. And I'm not going to remove dirt here. Oh no, I'm not going to remove the dirt. So, and the reason I'm not going to remove the dirt is look at this. See, so I have to place this up a higher level. And that's what I will do now. But then somebody's going to say, why don't you do the same over here? Well, I might do that. I'm going to need a lot more cobble than I have now. No, but this server really needs more people to be on and to be more active, and I don't have that functionality set up for this yet. Somebody would say, well, how many are on the... Oops. Damn it. I needed that. Alright, how many people are on the whitelist? And I said, 20 something, and I'm hearing the mobs, but the mobs are over there. You can leave that blank. Nothing there needs to be there. I really don't want to do a talky episode. I don't have anything to talky about. It sounds strange, but we don't always have stuff to do. I don't talk about my private life. I'm not expecting a baby or anything like that. I don't like my job, but it's not the same thing as what's it not the same thing as? I don't know. Don't really have anything to talk about. I mean, if I talked about my personal life, then people might find out something about me, and my privacy would be gone. Remember what happened with Etho? Yes. Etho's address was once figured out by a very enterprising person because too much had been given away about Etho. That they were able to figure out where he lived and what he did. And yeah, Etho was mad about that. They found out how to change that so that it wasn't a problem anymore. I mean, they changed it so that it wasn't, he no longer had to worry about being outed, as they say, but it was a problem he had. He needed his privacy, because otherwise he'd be harassed by people. So, why don't you let me on the Minecraft server? I'm going to kill you. Well, that's not necessarily the case, but somebody might say that. Somebody might feel that way. It could happen. It could happen, and rightfully or wrongfully, and it's probably wrongfully, obviously. I mean, you have to expect that. It's just it. And I'm already running low on cobble. Ah! Let's try this again. And it's another problem. It's hard to do a talky episode when you've got only 4 FPS going on. Because, well, what you gonna do? You gotta be very precise, and you can't be very precise when you're... Look at this. Look at this. I want to center this. Do I have to hold down Shift and press D until you get into the center? That's terrible. But that's how it is when you've only got a few FPS. I know, blame the controller. I know. I know. I know, it misses the point, kind of. I know. For that I am genuinely sorry. And I don't have much to talk about. I mean, why would I want to talk about anything? When did that spring up? And that's another thing. If I'm going to do this thing down to a certain point, it has to stop before it gets to a shop. I bet he was and I hate to say this, but I bet he was counting on his shop to be, for people to build a path to it. How are we going to do that now? I don't know. Well, they should move his shop. It's a crappy building. And I thought he was one of the good builders. But he built this? He seems to be better with his knowledge of computers than with his knowledge of building architecture stuff. Well, never mind that. I'm sure he's a nice guy and all that. He hasn't been on in a few days, so he'll probably be the next one to be removed from the server if he doesn't come back. Anyway, so that's the build. I have to go now. It's nighttime. Hopefully later on, maybe tomorrow, maybe some other time, we'll come back and I'll show you how things have progressed. I'm the only one on the server, so thanks AJD. So we'll see you next time.